Welcome back to the Georgia State Panthers Dynasty. It's rivalry week for our first of 2 games in this episode. This is modern day hate, a battle built on pride, territory, and bad blood. Records don't matter. In this game, it's all about who wants it more. Plenty of action in this episode, as Georgia State looks to strike first. And Veyer goes to the curl and caught for the touchdown. It's Ted Hurst, who's displayed why he is the best player on our roster. However, last episode, we spoke about O.J. Arnold being such a huge threat for the Eagles. And he shows off his vision with that carry. 26 yards in the first quarter. And he'll add to that with a touchdown. And mimicking Hurst's celebration as well. It doesn't get any better than this with rivalry week. And the offense needed to respond, as Robinson digs it off the ground, and he'll add on a juke across midfield for a big play. Houdini is in action, making a sweet adjustment off the ball, and he is the catalyst for our offense. We were able to capture a field goal off of that drive, and we have Georgia State right where we want them for a 2nd and 20. But Fabian Keith is unable to keep up with the route, and they nearly get it all back. This is why we are focusing on 4 corners in the recruiting process. Secondary has been struggling, but so has the defense against the rush, as O.J. Arnold will find his way across the pylon for his 2nd of the game. Our offense isn't built for this type of back and forth game, which is why after the early lead, we couldn't find a way to stay on the field. Georgia State would capitalize on our stamina issues, and with all eyes on Arnold, it's the perfect moment to throw the RPO, and there's the touchdown to extend their lead to 11. Everyone is using that as their touchdown celebration. I'm hoping we could celebrate with this long kick by Liam Rickman, but he didn't have the leg. As a team, we only had 39 yards total rushing, but Rashad Amos is looking to build on that number, and what a run to set us up in the Eagles' territory. But can anyone but Ted Hurst step up? They're going for the deep corner route, and what a catch! That's a touchdown by Leo Blackburn. He barely sees playing time, but maybe he should after making a play like that. Basketball celebration is appropriate because he just dunked on that corner. But we need 2 to make it a field goal game. And you know Ted Hurst is the main guy, as he also tried to dunk. Let's just stick to football, guys, because the Eagles are looking to close the door after making it a 6-point game. Catch is made, and a good collective effort to make it 4th down. But it's a crucial field goal to make it a 2-possession game. And it's nailed. Our offense did get 1 final chance on 4th down. And Veyer with time has Hurst with a step, but he overthrew him. That gets us sick to our stomach, especially when we didn't give Ted Hurst a chance. And at the moment, even the bench and coach knew the game was wrapped up and finished. But the Eagles wanted to make sure of it, so for some insurance, they stomped us on the ground attack. And O.J. Arnold is your player of the game with 3 touchdowns. It's clear our issues were not going to be fixed in just 1 season. We only forced 1 incompletion out of 31 passes, and O.J. Arnold basically looked like Saquon Barkley against us. It's clear that our defense will need more upgrades through the recruiting process as well as this offense. We just can't keep up with the high-powered offenses, and if we are trailing at any point, it's proven that we cannot find ways to climb back into the game. We have to get better playmakers, and I was able to find a 3-star receiver, Lorenzo Atwell. His size and route running is all I needed to give him some hours. 2-star quarterback Max Cherry doesn't have us in the top 10, so we will try to change his mind by adding some more hours on him as well. Lastly, Johnny Gallagher, the 2-star guard, is ready for a visit, and I'm going to give him the Marshall game. It's clear we need more depth. I was looking for a potential 4-star, and I found 2 running backs with no offers, and they valued playing time. I added both of them to my board and did not look back. Patrick McCown is unsure at the moment with the hundreds of backs we have, but don't worry, they'll be gone by the end of the season. Meanwhile, Marco Hakeem will get a scholarship and hours, so we can get ahead of this recruitment before our next match against Southern Alabama. They are 3-4 on the season, with 3 of those losses being conference games. And we have 4 recruits visiting this game. The most important is Cam Bettis, who's a corner with 90 speed and acceleration. If we learned anything, we need him badly, but we do have Deuce Walker back on the field because his hip is now healed. And maybe that will be the boost we need for our struggles in the secondary. I'm hoping we can finally win more of these night games as we jump to a 4th down scenario. And Robinson will carry the inside zone and cutting his way for an easy pickup. We always want our run game to be the focal point to open everything up. As Hurst rips the ball away and jukes away from another man. Ted Hurst foot race, touchdown. What an incredible play by the senior. What are we going to do with our offense once he graduates? I mean, this has to be the play of the season by how he manhandled this defense. And we get to see Bishop Davenport, who threw 3 interceptions last week for the Jaguars. But he plays our secondary that's been very vulnerable. And Bishop Davenport opens up the game going 5 for 5 for 60 yards. It pains me that this is our first look at him, but you wonder, how much is the hip still bothering Deuce Walker as he gets absolutely lost on this route? As RPO toss over the middle is a touchdown. Derek Maxey just played way too deep, and that leads to Southern Alabama tying this one up. But control is still in our hands. As Vera gets hit, and the throw is caught for the touchdown. But hold your horses. This is a hold against Matt Cook. What a bummer. So Vera is going to need to try and do it again. And this is bounced up and intercepted. Southern Alabama is going to retrieve this, and they will take it back with great field position. There's a lot of interceptions thrown that were my fault, but this has to be the most chaotic of them all. Our defense hasn't shown they can be reliable in these situations. But there's a guy we can count on, as Zion Lawson will take him back. However, they manage a 4th and short, and this is where Davenport will throw to the back of the end zone for another touchdown to his tight end. And again, Derek Maxey. Why are we playing so deep in coverage? Just no excuse when you're that close. We were hoping to add on a field goal before going into the locker rooms. As Vera going deep to his favorite target, and he comes down with it. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Ted Hurst is amazing. There's just no words. Just throw it up to him and just let him go to work. It's so good, we need to see it twice. In the second half, Southern Alabama took a different approach by using their running back Kentrell Bullock a bunch. And his 78 yards on the day led to a 3rd and 5, where Davenport steps up and launches it, and is caught for the touchdown. Justin Battle just got beat in the corner of the end zone. Our fans are disgusted by the product we've put for our defense, but can our offense finally make a difference? As Rashad Amos slices his way up the middle, and that is the biggest run of the day. We only totaled 39 yards rushing prior to that. As Robinson will attack on the catch, he's dangerous with the ball in his hands, and now we have 10 yards to go. Branson Robinson only has 11 yards on the ground up to this point, but that's not going to hold him back as he grinds it in for another touchdown. This is our first shootout that I've witnessed us put up a fight, but can we finish? It's pending on a stop. Oh, this is going to be a big play. Eager breaks a tackle, 1 man to beat, and he jukes him out. And he's going to find a way to score. Southern Alabama with the lead again. Can you imagine if you're Cam Bettis watching this game, and this is what your secondary looks like all game long? Actually, all season long. Luckily, our offense has been in a better rhythm today, as this screen pass is taken in by McGee, and Austin McGee will show off his speed and get us inside the 15-yard line. 273 yards and 2 scores for Christian Veyer. Here's an end zone shot, caught, but it's out of bounds. Hurst nearly had his third of the night, but they'll settle for 3, and they do. Please, defense, make a play. It's Bullock, and the ball is out, recovered by Davenport. But that was a big play by Damian Wilson to get us the ball back. And now Veyer holds on to the ball too long, and he's sacked. Loss of 10 on the play. Desperate times, and that is incomplete. It doesn't matter because the marker is against Georgia State. Defense has awakened in the last few minutes, and they get the stop on third down. Bernard Causey gives us a shot at a walk-off. We haven't had a signature moment yet in this series. Could this be it? Veyer, deep shot going for Javon Robinson, and it's incomplete. It's fourth down. Everything on the line, and the ball is batted down. It never got there. Matthew Erickson would have been open on the break, but the edge rusher makes an incredible block, and this episode will end with another loss. Man, this is frustrating. These are 2 very important games that we needed to win. One was for pride and a victory against our rivals, but this one may have just lost us the chance to gain some recruits, especially Cam Bettis. And we can also kiss the chances of a bowl game goodbye as well now that we have our 6th loss of the season. I highly doubt with this roster we will win 4 in a row to close out the season. Here's a fun fact about today's episode. Our defense only forced 2 total incompletions and allowed 220 yards on the ground. And the icing on top is that we lose the game to Southern Alabama, as well as Dominic Cash, the corner, to them as well. This defense is atrocious. I wish the offseason was here to fix the team, but Cam Bettis will not be in our conversations. Army is going to finish us there. I'm confident we can land Bloomberg, and I don't want to go up against Illinois for Darryl Douzable, so we'll lead this battle as well. Ron Monroe, he's also in Army's radar. I mean, they have been putting a lot of work into these guys. I'm going to do my very best to make sure we can land this edge rusher. Some good news to finish off, Lorenzo Atwell, the 3-star, has us number 1 on the board, and so does 4-star Marco Hakeem. That's going to be a big boost for my confidence if we can land him. Last but not least, Max Cherry also has us number 1, but we'll need to be careful because UAB is also on the board. We have 4 more games left of Season 1. It has been a wild ride, and this is more of the format you'll experience on this channel going forward. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think as well as the team and how we can recruit better here on CFB26. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video to help me out. Leave your comments again. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time against Coastal Carolina. And I'm out.